What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Your boy Progeny is a little sick today. But you know what I'm also sick of? I'm sick of toxic exes. But let me pitch you this idea. What if we had an app? An app where you can call out your exes. This app will allow you to post images of your exes on this social media platform. You could put in information about them. You can share advices on dating this ex to people in your local area, and people can chime in and they can also say, oh my god, I dated that person before, and y'all are just laughing and sharing experiences on dating this ex, and you're spreading information, maybe even sensitive information about this person on this social media platform. Now imagine that getting breached twice. That is basically the T app in a nutshell. This is a digital gossip that has turned into a nuclear fallout. This app is like Yelp. Think of Yelp, but more for your exes than anything else. And somehow this app has turned into like a fucking mess between social media, dating culture, and cybersecurity all at once, and we're about to break it down for you today. So the T app, which launched just around like early last year, is basically a reputation platform that is exclusively for women only, where women can post images of the men or their past romantic partners that they dated. They can share advices and experiences dating that former partner as well. So from at a glance, this sounds like a good idea. Like, oh, okay, we have a toxic, partner, and you're putting their information on the internet and you're sharing that information, sort of like a red flag saying, hey, be careful with this person because this person could be manipulative, they could be abusive. So at a glance, that sounds like a good idea because you're kind of letting people in your neighborhood know of this person and their possible intentions with you. But the issue with this is that no one verifies the information to see if it's accurate or if it's correct. So we're about to cover it here. But first, let's discuss exactly where the tea is coming from. I've already visited the site and I went to the About Us page, and it already says in bold letters, spilling the tea on tea. You already know where this is coming from. So T was born from a deeply personal mission to give women the tools they need to date safely in a world that is often overlooks their protection. Founder Sean Cook launched T after witnessing his mother's terrifying experience with online dating, not only being catfished, but unknowingly engaging with men who had criminal records. Realizing that traditional dating apps do little to protect women, Sean knew something had to change. That's why he built T, the first ever dating safety platform for women. So the website will continue on to showcase what the app or T is capable of doing, like find verified green flag men. I don't even know what that means. Run background checks. You can see in the images where it shows a photo of a man and it shows his convictions, his marital status, even civil court records. You can do a reverse image search of the man that you took a photo of, which is pretty crazy, by the way. I mean, this is something you can do on Google already. You can just take a photo of a guy and just do a reverse image search. I don't even know how sophisticated T's reverse image search is. But moving on, it says that you can verify that he's not a sex offender. By the way, y'all, this is something that you can publicly access. Like, if there is a sex offender in your area, you can look this up for free. Like, the government makes it very well known that you can look this up. If he's not a sex offender, his information wouldn't show up in the sex offender registry. That's really it. And then finally, you have criminal record search, where you can even look up if this said individual was incarcerated in the past, or if they have any criminal records or indictments. Again, you could probably look this information up on that individual as well for little to no cost at all. And the app will continue on to showcase the fact that it has over 70,000 five-star reviews. It's an app where you can avoid all the red flags. So I went to the App Store and I had to look at the details and see if there were any money that you would have to spend or any subscriptions that you would opt in for to get some premium services. And I don't even understand half of this. Like, there's T Pro monthly appears like 3 times, and there's like 3 different prices. I don't even know the difference between them, but you would pay for reverse image search, criminal record check, and background check bundles. Like I'm not understanding why these things have to be paid for, but here we are. You know, like this is an app. It's most likely free, and they're trying to make their money off of it. So I guess we'll just leave it at that. But this is actually crazy. It's just another subscription service, and it's wild. So according to the creators, it's about empowerment, it's about safety. But if we're gonna be honest here, this app is a doxing engine. Full stop. Like, even if you took gender out the equation, let's just pretend like T is not just a women's only app. Let's say anybody can jump in on this app and post their former exes and dating partners on this platform and just put all this information about where they work, what neighborhood do they live at, if they have any criminal records, here's their background checks. Like, this is all doxing at the end of the day. So from hindsight, yes, like, this is a safe space for women to share dating advices, and there's nothing wrong with that. But as far as like just posting sensitive information on their former dating partners, like, this spells disaster. Because you're naming names, you're posting screenshots of individuals and posting it on social media, and then you're sharing allegations, which, by the way, T could just sit there and say, well, this is not our responsibility. We're not going to go out of our way to look at this gentleman that this woman posted and see if he's really a creep. Like, we're in no position to do that. Whatever you do with that information, you do with it. But until then, we got nothing to do with it. And that is very bad. And if you look at the informational purposes only section under the terms of use of T, the contents of our services are for informational purposes only. T Dating Advice makes no warranty whatsoever that any of this information is accurate and does not pre-screen content uploaded by users or verify the statements of its users. The content is not intended to be a guarantee of success or positive results. It is for informational purposes only, and the results of your actions are the responsibility of you and you alone. Reliance on any information provided by T Dating Advice or others appearing in our services is solely at your own risk. So basically, this is T's way of saying, even if you were to use our reverse search engine and use our background checks on criminal history and whatnot, you can't guarantee that this information is correct. And also, we're not going to go out of our way to look at information that the female users are posting about their dating partners and verify that those are true as well. This is informational only. You take what you want from that, and that is it. Our hands are clean from this. So now you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, well, how do you verify if these women in the platform are real? Well, according to the article, it says signing up for T requires users to take selfies, which the app says are deleted after review to prove they are women. All users who get accepted are promised anonymity outside of the usernames they choose. Taking screenshots of what's in the app is also blocked. And now you have this app that's saying like, hey, listen, we could just take this information, we delete it later on, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, whatever. Now, this is the part where things get very sticky, because as of this month, hackers just recently leaked 13,000 user photos and IDs from the T app, designed as a women's safe space. According to the T's preliminary findings from the end of last week, the breach allowed access to approximately 72,000 images, broken down into two groups: 13,000 images of selfies and photo identification that people had submitted during the account verification, and 59,000 images that were publicly viewed in the app from posts, comments, and direct messages. The hacker accessed the database from more than 2 years ago, the T spokesperson said, adding that this data was originally stored in compliance with law enforcement requirements related to cyberbullying prevention. The T spokesperson said that the company has hired third-party cybersecurity experts and is working around the clock to secure our systems. And it's so funny because it's an app that is at face value a dating advice platform. It's a dating reputation platform, when in reality, it's really just a doxing platform. And that same platform, the users in it are also getting doxed as well. And now you have 4chan that now has access to this information, because all that information now was leaked onto 4chan, mind you, and we all know how 4chan is. So it's like the hacker just pulled like a Uno reverse card. So now you have users in a doxing app they're getting doxxed themselves. And to make matters worse, as of just yesterday, the T app disabled DMs after 1.1 million private messages exposed in a major security flaw. That would make it security breach number 2 that took place in a matter of like a week or two, which is insane because now you're involving private messages into this. Private messages that is not just, oh, just girls talking about guys and that's another girly stuff, but they're exchanging social media handles. They're talking about cheating. They're talking about abortions. There's a lot of things that women are sharing amongst themselves, like meeting locations. Like a lot of this information is very sensitive, and now you have hackers and people with malicious intent that now have access to this information. So of course the people at T had to say something because this is sensitive information being compromised. So they'll go onto Instagram under the T Party Girls handle. Oh my god, that's such a terrible handle. But anyways, the ladies of T said, we have an update regarding the cyber incident that took place last week and wanted to share it with you as soon as possible. We have recently learned that some direct messages, DMs, were accessed as part of an initial incident. Out of the abundance of caution, we have taken the affected system offline. At this time, we have found no evidence of access to other parts of our environment. Please note that the direct message feature within T is temporarily unavailable. We're committed to keep you informed as quickly as possible. That said, because this is an active investigation involving external cybersecurity experts and the FBI, there are limits to what we can share and when. Please know that our team remains fully engaged in strengthening the T's app security. Additionally, we're working to identify any users whose personal information was involved and will be offering free identity protection services to those individuals. So let's be honest. The entire concept of T is ethically rotten. Like, if you was to take gender and just throw it out the window, just yeet out the window, and it was just, hey, anybody can join in on this platform and post their former partners and put reviews on them and put their information on them, it would be just as bad. Like, full stop. Like, you don't know if someone is putting that person's information on there because, hey, this is a genuinely dangerous individual that you should avoid at all costs, or no, I'm just really salty about this dating partner that I spent my time and energy in, so I'm just gonna spew some bullshit about them. Like, there's something really wrong with that platform, because it's not even just the fact that you could just post information about that individual, it's that you could post anything about that individual, and there is little to no consequences on your part, because the moment you post this stuff on there, it's like, hey man, this is an app where everything goes. If someone says this about you, I don't know, we have nothing to do with that. We're not going to go out our way to see if that's true, and that individual post that there, that's on them. And that's really it. There's really nothing you could really do about it. And then, not to mention, this kind of enables like a mob behavior, because in the app, you can have women that looks at this man and they're looking at all this information. Some of it may be true, some of it may be not. And they'll say like, hey, this dude is a red flag. Avoid him at all costs. Now, the next time this man goes on a date with another woman and this woman so happens to also use the T app, this woman can look at the T app and look at unverified information about this gentleman and be misled by information that's not even true and just cut him loose just because of an app that doesn't verify information. And it doesn't help that you have an app that's also handling very sensitive information, and they seem to have very weak cybersecurity protocols because photo IDs have been leaked, DMs have been leaked, social media handles, selfies included. Like, it's a complete disaster. Like, it's so fucking crazy. It's literally the worst of social media, it's the worst of dating culture, and it's the worst of cybersecurity, all in one app. But yeah, the T app got hacked. It's absolutely ridiculous. It got hacked twice, if you want to call it a hack. Like, this is not even empowerment for women. This is not safety for women. This is just chaos with like a cup of tea for a logo. But until then, that's really all I have. Stay safe. Stay skeptical, and the next time you're going on a vengeful route after a pretty bad dating experiences, maybe not post it online. I'll catch y'all in my next video. Peace.